You've been working from morning until night, spending your time just to make a living. Every month, your salary is only enough to cover daily expenses. Then you start thinking, I've been working so hard, but why does my life stay the same? On the other hand, there's someone who seems to live in a completely different world. Their time is more flexible. They don't have to work overtime for hours, yet money keeps flowing into their account. They can enjoy life, make decisions without being haunted by the fear of running out of money. What makes you different from them? You're not the only one. Millions of people out there face the same struggle. They work hard, even harder than the wealthy, yet they remain trapped in an invisible cycle. This isn't just a coincidence. There's a system at play. There's a mindset that holds people back, and there are strategies used by successful people that you may not be aware of. All this time, we've been taught that hard work is the key to success. You just need to take some action without overthinking and aimlessly wandering to finally start pursuing what you've always wanted, freedom from the chains of poverty. But is that really true? If hard work alone was enough, why are so many people still poor despite sacrificing everything? It's not that they're not trying hard enough. They've given their all, yet something much bigger is holding them back. Think about it. How many people out there work tirelessly from morning until night, yet their lives barely change? Even after years of working, they still face the same struggles. And what's even more heartbreaking is the so-called poverty cycle. A never-ending loop passed down from one generation to the next. Many people are trapped in it without even realizing that they're stuck. This cycle isn't just about low income. It's also shaped by a mindset developed since childhood, an unfair system, and a lack of access to the resources that could change someone's life. So now, the real question is, how does this poverty cycle work? Why is it so hard to escape, even after trying? And most importantly, is there a way out? Many people think that poverty is just about a lack of money, but there's something even more dangerous, the mindset shaped by poverty itself. When someone lives in economic hardship, their brain enters survival mode. This means their focus is entirely on short-term problems. How do I pay this month's bills? How do I afford food tomorrow? How can I get money quickly? People in this situation don't have the luxury of thinking long-term, because their immediate problems demand urgent solutions. This phenomenon is called the scarcity mindset, a way of thinking that constantly focuses on lack. It leads to financial decisions that only make things worse. For example, taking out high-interest loans just to cover short-term needs, buying cheap and low-quality products that break easily and need constant replacement, or chasing quick-money jobs without considering long-term growth. On the other hand, wealthy people have what's called an abundance mindset, a way of thinking that prioritizes investment and long-term growth. They can delay instant gratification for greater rewards in the future. The problem is, changing this mindset isn't easy, especially for someone who has lived in poverty for years. However, without this shift in thinking, escaping poverty becomes incredibly difficult. We often hear inspiring stories of people who go from rags to riches. But how often does that really happen? According to research from the World Economic Forum, it takes 4 to 5 generations for a poor family to reach the middle class. Statistics also show that only about 10% of people from poor families manage to climb into the upper economic class in their lifetime. Why? Because they're not just starting from zero. They're often starting from negative. They've faced limitations since birth, such as poor education, since schools in low-income areas often lack resources and qualified teachers. Lack of social connections, which makes it harder to get good job opportunities, unlike wealthy people who benefit from strong professional networks. Low financial literacy, meaning many poor families don't understand investing, financial management, or wealth-building strategies. Hard work is important, but in reality, hard work alone isn't enough. Without access to education, connections, and the right knowledge, the chances of moving up the social ladder become much smaller. Beyond psychological and opportunity-related factors, there is a system that indirectly keeps poverty in place. In schools, we're taught various academic subjects, but there are no lessons on financial management, investing, or building a business. Yet, financial skills are one of the biggest factors in determining whether someone can escape poverty. Many people remain trapped in low-paying jobs that they can't afford to leave. They don't have savings to survive if they quit. They fear losing benefits like insurance and pensions. and they lack the skills needed to move into higher-paying positions. This situation is known as golden handcuffs, where someone feels imprisoned in their own job. Additionally, in many countries, poor people actually pay a higher proportion of their income in taxes compared to the wealthy. The cost of living also tends to rise faster than wages. As a result, even if someone works harder, their purchasing power remains stagnant or even declines. Now, let's look at how the mindset and strategies of wealthy people differ from those of the poor. The rich use leverage, meaning they utilize other people's resources to accelerate their wealth growth. For example, they use investor capital to build businesses. They leverage productive debt to buy assets that appreciate in value. They create systems that generate income without requiring their constant involvement. Poor people tend to rely solely on their own labor, whereas the wealthy find ways to make money and people work for them. Wealthy individuals also think long-term. They don't just focus on making money today, but also on how that money can grow over time. They prefer to invest in appreciating assets rather than spend on consumption, build businesses or investment portfolios instead of just saving in a bank, and seek mentors and new knowledge rather than working without a strategy. How do you break out of this cycle? The first step is shifting your mindset. From "I have to work hard" to "I have to work smart." From "I don't have money" to "How can I get money?" Mindset is the foundation. If someone keeps thinking within limitations, escaping poverty becomes extremely difficult. Next, develop high-value skills. Don't just work hard. Work on something valuable. Learn skills that can significantly increase your income, such as digital marketing, programming, public speaking, copywriting, sales, or negotiation. These skills open doors to bigger opportunities in the future. Then, if the system is unfair, learn how to navigate it. For example, educate yourself about taxes to legally minimize tax burdens, invest in assets that generate long-term returns, and build networks and connections that can help you level up. Finally, create income sources that don't depend on your time. If you only rely on a salary, you will always trade time for money. Start building income from investments like stocks, real estate, side businesses, or Bitcoin, or passive income sources like royalties or affiliate marketing. Escaping poverty is difficult, but it's not impossible. The key is to understand the psychology of poverty, recognize the traps of the system, and apply the strategies used by successful people. With a mindset shift, the right strategy, and consistent action, anyone can improve their financial situation and break free from the cycle of poverty. Many people will say this is impossible, that reality is too harsh. But remember, change doesn't happen overnight. You don't have to become rich instantly. What matters is that every step you take brings you closer to financial freedom. Because in the end, poverty is not just about money, but also about mindset and strategy. So the question now is, will you stay trapped in this cycle, or will you take the first small step to break free? The decision is in your hands. Escaping poverty is not just about working harder, but also about working smarter with the right strategies. The first step is to change your mindset from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. This means shifting your focus from limitations to finding ways to build assets and long-term opportunities. Next, master high-value skills that are in high demand in today's world, such as digital marketing, coding, public speaking, or business management. With the right skills, the chances of earning a higher income will increase significantly. Additionally, build income sources that are not dependent on time, such as investing in stocks, real estate, or businesses that can operate automatically. Relying solely on a monthly salary can keep someone trapped in the cycle of working just to survive. Lastly, leverage networks and knowledge, learn from mentors, build connections, and continuously improve financial literacy to accelerate the path out of poverty. Change does not happen overnight, but with small and consistent steps, anyone can improve their financial situation and achieve economic freedom. Thank you for watching this video until the end. See you in the next video.